Hi everyone. John Adams says there are two ways to conquer and enslave a nation. One is by the sword and the other is by debts. America basically requires everyone to have credit card at some point because of future investment. One needs to have a good credit card in order to be considered for more complex purchases. Most of you have heard about credit card or plan to obtain one, but think about it again after this. I have spent a long time researching about this topic to give you all pure and genuine information. Americans have an average of around 8 to 12 credit cards and $8,000 to $12,000 in debt. Credit are not even 1% positive to society. In fact, they only serve as an ambiguous tool to empower people with false beliefs. People often buy things they don't need with money they don't have at price they can't afford to impress you, to impress people they don't know or even like. In addition, not only do credit cards create fantasies for people, but they also grab financial issues, which can impede future goals. The majority of problems are caused by what? By small plastic trash, which is credit card. Today, I will be discussing how the credit card harms society. Second, I will be discussing the impact of the spread of debts and interest on people. Finally, I will offer a solution for you guys to stay away from credit cards and how to pay off your debts. First thing first, credit cards and debt problems. U.S. national debts, according to U.S. national debts, in 2000, last survey in 2014, the debt was, 2013, the debt was $17 trillion. It kept increasing until today, and it's continuous, never stops. Throughout the human history, people didn't draw on debts until credit cards were invented 60 years ago. Debt don't only affect individuals, but debt affect communities and nations. A nation can fail because of debts. Furthermore, if the economy collapses, our entire system will collapse, and that would lead to, give it a hint.
Collapse.
No, civil war. Can you imagine that? Economic collapse could lead to civil war. For example, Argentina. The whole economy for Argentina collapsed in 1999. People were panicked and lined up to withdraw their money from their banks, but the government had to freeze their accounts and only allowed them to withdraw $250 every week. Not only that, several cities in Europe decided to confiscate 6% of all citizens and 2% of people who have more than $100,000. Imagine that. You have $1 million in your account, wake up, 10% is gone. Why? The government. I just discussed the problem of debts and how it could destroy the economy. Now let's move to our second point, which portrays the financial stresses that come with credit cards. One reason why individuals in the United States should refrain from use of the credit cards is because of the unfortunate reality of excessive spending. According to Lindsay Cosby, credit cards make you spend more. On the July 8, 2014, someone using a credit card instead of cash will average spend 12 to 18% more. Now, as fighting as great as this seems to reality, it starts off slowly, but then gradually becomes rapid. One day you need to make a purchase of $400. You will think of it twice if you pay it in cash. However, with a credit card, it's more likely that you will find purchase easier because you will pay it later. With the credit card in hand, you see something that attracts your eye and also purchase it because you can pay all of this later. That purchase turned into $550 with interest. Now guys, believe it or not, this wall, I will pay it there, it's trap. The feeling of fulfilling our desires is one of the reasons of debts and credit cards. Now, it's essential to take this into consideration because overspending can lead to negative numbers. And then once we touch the negative numbers, it's very difficult to be in the positive ones. According to TED and why it's so wrong to use credit card in 2007, debt takes away your choices in life because of increasing interest rate. One day you start at 4% and without being aware, the next month you are at 25%. Once one becomes in debt, it's very challenging to pay off the debts because creditors have the right to change the terms of the contract. You only be paying off the interest at times and possibly not in reducing the principal because your interest may be so high. Now, this fact leads to the incapacity of people making purchases in the future, like a house or car. How can you possibly get into another debt when you haven't finished paying off the last? Look what overspending and late payment do to you. You can't get your house, car, nothing. I just discussed the causes of the debts and why people tend to be in debts. Now, I will give you some solution which will help you stop using credit cards. If you want to have a bright financial future, set up a system to pay off the debts you have. You may have to tighten the budget, focus on the card, and the highest interest rate because the more debts you have, the more interest they take. According to Scott Hollywood, a certified financial planner at USAA in October 2014, the best move for a quarterly financial perspective is to attack the highest interest rate cards first. After you finish paying off your debts, cut the credit card out. Why you want to be in debts instead of saving your money for rainy days? Use cash. If you don't like carrying cash with you, just then use your debit card. According to MIT research, they took two groups of people. One group was required to pay cash, and the other one was required to use credit card. The other was asked for credit card. The credit card crowd was willing to pay more than twice as much. And the research found people save 20% when they begin paying with cash because they think twice before they make any purchase. They make more contemplative of their purchases. I just gave you all some solution to stop using credit cards and how would you pay off your debts. Now let's talk about that. The average debt per each American family are more than $10,000. Credit card makes you draw in debts and gives you money that you don't have or even come from, just to make you live in fake life. The main reason of this is caused by credit card. We have discussed the problem of debts and how it affects the society and the economy. Also, we discussed the causes of the debts and why people are in debts. Finally, I shared with you some solution which could save you from this enemy, the credit card. There are three things I want you all to keep in mind, or four actually. Oh no, it's three. So the first one, once you pay off your debts, cut the credit card to make sure that you will not go again in that circle. Second, don't have debt raise faster than the income because your debt burdens will eventually destroy you. Finally, spend money when you earn it and deserve it. Thank you guys.